I know you were a big part of this last year because Mike's an old buddy of yours. This cause has become close to your heart, hasn't it?
It really has, and that's not a pun on words, close to my heart, because I think everybody realizes, including the day that I thought we lost Mike. So this is something everybody can go through, you know, and even to the high schools. And that's the neat thing about it, trying to raise money for awareness, for the machines that can save your life. There's a lot of great causes, and it really can be caused from 10 years old to 90 years old.
It's raised your eyes to the need to be able to help people out when you need to, and to learn CPR, which I think you've done, haven't you?
I have done it. I sat in on the classes. I went down there and learned, and you know, I've done it a few times, and I don't know if you can ever do it enough, because when it happens quickly. As I learned through Mike's situation, I mean, there were two guys that saved his life, and then the medical people took over, and then the hospital took over. So it was a hell of a team effort, and it took a team effort to save Mike, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. You guys go way back, right?
Mike was the first guy I met in college. The night I got there, went over to the gym, Mike was in the gym. First person I met, other than my friend Mariucci, was Mike Garland. And the relationship had lasted 30-some years.
We've talked over time how coaching has changed, what's going on in the world. How's the offseason changed? I imagine rather dramatically.
Yeah, it's not a lot of fun, if I was to be very honest and blunt about it. It's way more time consuming. It hasn't, days off are few and far between right now. You know, it should die down a little bit now that the portal, I guess, is closed. But before we say that, there'll be another ruling, another lawsuit, another judge that changes it, and we'll be right back at it. So I just look at it, it is what it is. But I think it would shock people to know how crazy it's gotten. And but I'm gonna just do my job like I did last year, try to quit worrying about all the other issues, which I didn't do a very good job of for a couple of years. Try to enjoy the moment.
How many rounds of golf have you played since the season ended?
Golf is not really, you know, the sad part is I like to golf, but I haven't had many, and I don't see myself having many in the months to come, but who knows? Sooner or later, I think either I'll learn how to deal with it better, or there'll be some rule changes. And I don't know if that means rule changes, because there are no rules, so I don't know what that means, but you know, I'll get some time.
You do think rule changes are coming, whether they're while you're coach or not, they are coming.
Yeah, they're coming, so is death. You know, I don't know how long that'll be. I don't know what, I know this, it's not gonna be in the near future. I don't believe. I mean, there's one that's supposed to happen in July. I question whether that will, but it doesn't matter. You know, I'm going to give all my effort to my guys that I got. I'm going to appreciate the people that are here, and like Jonathan, like, you know, we Adam, we've all got the same, Robin, we've all got the same issues, and I think all we want is glad that the players are making some money. It's the transfer portal that is the biggest problem.
What you mentioned before, and you mentioned just now, changing your attitude about it and realizing you can't do anything about it, has helped you get through this a little, hasn't it?
It has, but just think about that. In my whole career, I usually fought the things that weren't right and tried to find a solution. And yeah, I can't do that anymore. It's there's kind of a situation where coaches are not as involved in this, believe it or not. It's people a lot higher. It's now our government. So we've got our government working on it. We've got people at the NCAA working on it. Right now, that hasn't gone so well, so we'll see who's next. Maybe you should work on it.
All right, I got a job. Your thoughts on J.B. Bickerstaff and the job he's done at the Pistons?
You know, JB came up here last year. He called me, wanted to come up, and we spent the day together. Really? And God, I really enjoyed him. You know, I think he's just what everybody needed. He's tough enough to be disciplined, and he's understanding enough to be a player's coach. And boy, if you can get that combination, that's a hell of a combination. And give the entire organization credit. I mean, we gave him a lot of blame when things weren't going well. Give him credit. You got a great player that kind of runs the show, and then they got a lot of role players that have done an incredible job. Fun to watch. When I get home tonight, I'll watch him again.